truth you see. Most I find earth around the world, your words are fair and true. When questions and debates arise, we always look to you. All time and space and liberty. Traveling canopies all belong to thee. Canopies all belong to thee.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Friday night evening ramble. Tonight we're just going to mess around, have a little bit of fun, and I'm going to open up the lines very, very shortly. But first, as normal, unless it's a Monday night, we have my co-host, Captain Trek. How are you
Good
doing this
evening.
And
I
as
am-
always, I'm going to cut you off. As always,
Shut
his
up.
GoFundMe is in the description, as well as his channel link. We need to get him up to where I am, and he needs to get more subs. So if you're not subscribed to Captain Trek, please do so. Thank you very much. As well as, I'm going to say this in advance, because YouTube is being a dork. Anybody that ends up coming up on the panel, if they do have a channel, please make sure you subscribe. And yeah, I know my music, the playthrough really sucks. It's more my computer than anything else. Hopefully by the end of next week that will be corrected. So let's take a spin through the chat and see who we've got here, because it filled up pretty quick here. So going up, we have LDG Pixels, we have JP, Mac World Entertainment, welcome Trey, Multi Gunman, Life with Matthew, Moira, and let's see who else do we have here. Captain Trek, of course.
You mentioned Sci-Fi Nation.
Sci-Fi Nation. Oh yes, my Monday night co-host is in the chat. Oh wow, I need more coffee. All right, Darren Wagner.
Stop
What is
your
this
booze.
song? I don't know. It's technically a redo of the Canadian national anthem, and yeah, so we've got a full house. So without further ado, let's get this thing going. So let's get this link copied, and I'll stop being a goober, and maybe I'll learn how to speak English at some point this evening. There we go. Boom.
We could always have your good friend Alexander teach you some English.
I'm going to answer that in the only way I know how. Flemelebush mozi Christa tabalnakta saklama. Now, as long as YouTube cannot translate French, we're good. And first up is Darren Wagner. Welcome, sir.
Hello. I just had to turn off the rest of the stream here. I always have to get my avatar loaded because I don't subscribe to this Streamlabs thing.
Ah, yes.
There we are. All right. So that was a very pretty song you just played.
Yeah, it was done by Aberjam. So.
Oh, okay.
Works
well,
for me.
yeah. He does good work.
Yes. But unfortunately, it doesn't sound right because my computer sucks, so the playback is kind of lame. But hopefully by the end of the week, that problem finally gets rectified. But
yeah. I just forked over $1,100 for a new tower. It's not going to arrive, though, for another month.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm going with the it will be new to me theory, not necessarily new computer. But it'll be new to me, and that will be all that matters.
I can hear
my theory on that rambling.
Microphone.
Every time
Mike apparently understands French because he understood what I said.
I can hear Sci-Fi Nation's microphone squeaking.
Oh, is it squeaking?
Oh yeah, it always squeaks.
Yeah, you've got a mouse in the system, buddy. But it's all good.
That's all right.
I can still hear an echo.
Not good.
So what's tonight's topic there, Mr. Canuck?
Well, tonight we're doing open lines because tomorrow night is, of course, karaoke stream, which is where I don't see 90% of people. Because
Right.
that's a different group.
I'll be honest. Yeah, I don't tune into those. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. I just do it because I enjoy it. So I don't really care. I do it because I like to do it. And JP, welcome.
Hello.
Nice.
So,
hat.
are you liking the finally we're getting some nice warm weather instead of that cold weather we've been getting?
Don't matter either way.
Yeah, true.
I have no control over it, so nah.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't hit minus 50, we're good.
Yeah.
At that point, I go, okay, it's spring. Go away.
Well, looks like they announced a new Star Trek series based on Pike and crew.
Yeah,
God.
saw that.
I heard about that.
Yeah. So
I haven't read much on it, but
I'll see it when it comes out and then reserve my opinion at that time.
yeah,
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, yeah, Pike and Lorca so far have been the best parts of Discovery. So this was an interesting idea. I mean, it's not what we want, but it's what we're getting. So
Yeah, and I to that degree, I don't think we're ever going to get exactly what we want because that's so. How can I put this? That what we want changes from person to person.
well, that's true too. But yeah.
Right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, to say we're going to get what we want, well, it's do I get what I want is more, more fitting because the as a group, I mean, you can barely get 5 people to agree on one thing normally. So,
Well, let me put it to you this way. I think it's simple. Most people, not all, most people want original characters, not a rehashing of old characters. That's what we're getting. We're getting reheated shit.
Okay, I'm
Served
gonna
on
go.
a platter.
I gotta go hop onto my boss's stream, so I'll see you guys later. Okay,
yeah, okay,
Okay.
take her easy.
talk to you later.
Yeah, I kind of figured he'd go live the minute I did. It was dead quiet, and then all of a sudden I went live. I told you, Trek. Told you.
I
I'd go
know.
live, and everybody else would. That's all good. I don't care.
Yeah,
Sure
I
either.
find that there's no use really speculating because speculating brings argument, and until we actually see the first episode and how they're going to go from that point, I'm fine with it until I see the final product.
Yeah, and I mean, let's be honest. I mean, at least they're coming out with new stuff. So you never know. They might hit a winner eventually. I mean, Picard wasn't bad. Discovery was brutal. So if they just keep on that trend where, Picard wasn't bad. Next show is even better. Next show, okay. If we go on that upward trend, then okay, good. But, last thing we need is
A
another
little
brutal.
more optimistic than I am. Ramble.
Yeah, I know. But that's I don't know.
I have a question regarding the Star Trek stuff. Has anybody played the latest missions on Star Trek Online? I know it's
No.
not Alpha Canon, but has anybody played it?
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
so the latest mission, you remember when Captain Kirk and the Gorn got sent down to the planet? They had Abraham Lincoln, not Eric, the other, what's his name?
Those are 2 different episodes, by the way.
No, listen. It ties into this mission they were doing. The father of Vulcan Logic, Surak, and but anyways, they went and they had to. It's the one with the rock people, and they actually had a name for him on Star Trek Online. The funny thing about this mission is they tied in the Tox Utad or whatever that was that Picard was supposed to find on Ryza, and then where he met Vash.
Yes.
And then it went into like the Iconian thing and some other past missions from Star Trek Online. And it's like they were almost trying to tie everything in together. They had the Krenim time ship from Voyager. That guy, so they were like taking all this Alpha Canon stuff and Beta Canon from Star Trek Online, putting it into this one mission, so the Rock people, the Eclabians or whatever they were called, could decide whether which was better, good or evil, and how their society should progress. It was
Okay.
weird. Yeah, I just played that today. It's weird.
I wonder what bowl they were smoking out of, because that really sounds screwy.
Well, for me,
Hi, guys.
the way it works for me when it comes to Star Trek Online is I got as far as getting the Enterprise.
One.
Yes, Captain Chief Cook.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good. So, as far as Star Trek Online goes, I got as far as getting the E and being captain of the E, and I turned it off.
Oh, so you got your
I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish. I got the Enterprise E. I was captain. I'm good.
So yeah, you made level 55 or 60. Yeah.
I was good. I
Yeah.
got my Enterprise E. I'm good to go.
When I
Hello?
played it on the PC.
Yes, Chief Cook.
Oh, sorry, Chief. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, guys. How everybody doing?
Good. Good.
Hey, I just heard they casting a Lieutenant Kirk to be on the show. Anybody hear that?
For which? For the new Pike series? Because I haven't. I just saw the announcement. I haven't done any reading on it at all. So I know that they were
Hello?
talking about bringing Kirk to a series, and it would make sense.
Oh, boy.
To bring him in there. And while Mike says, yeah, I have not played Star Trek Online for 2 years. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, Chief Cook. You're coming through. You're good.
Guess not.
Yeah, we can hear
Get
you.
your software fixed.
We can hear you.
Jesus.
We can hear you. Technical difficulties, I understand them. But we can hear you, Chief. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Star Trek Online to me, it was all right, but it lost my interest real quick.
It lost my interest when they deleted my account that I've built for 10 plus years.
Oh, lovely.
Testing. Hello.
We hear you.
We hear you, Chief. You're good.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know.
No,
My bad.
it's all good. It's all good. We heard you. We hear you. You're good. We hear you. Do you still play Chief Cook? Or did you play Chief Star Trek Online?
Somebody's got music on in the background. I can tell that.
Oh yeah, I can hear it now. But
Whoever has it on, please shut it off.
yeah, because otherwise it'll strike my channel. But yeah, I don't know. It just got repetitive for me, and it just the missions kind of just got repetitive, so I stopped playing. That, and I got as far as I wanted. I got the Enterprise E. I'm good. So if I ever do return it.
Assuming your account still exists by the time you do.
Well, there's that. But yeah, it was okay. It wasn't anything that really. A lot of the missions were,
Not a lot of variety, obviously.
No, and the ground fighting sucked. The the ship battles were cool, but the ground fighting, I agree with Andy Trekker, was just boring.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten any better since the day it launched in beta.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
yeah, I mean the ground fighting was kind of like, wow, I remember this from. And no worries, Chief Cook. You take care of what you got to take care of, and come on back up. But yeah, it just, I don't know. The ground fighting was just kind of like something I remember from like Super NES, and it hasn't gotten any better. So.
And Vile, I play it on Xbox One and PC, so whichever platform you play on, let me know. I'll give you my username for both of them.
Yeah, I didn't even get into all that fleet stuff and stuff because I can never get enough of my friends online at the same time.
Well, I know a couple months ago the Continuum was talking about it, and then he had to do something with his channel. I'm not sure if he's still interested in doing it, but
I have no idea.
Kind of a thing then.
Yeah, I mean, like the new show could be interesting, and Vile Mike plays on PC.
Very cool. Email me via Mike or get a hold of me on Twitter in a DM. I'll give you my username on there.
And Jeff Franklin's opinion on the new Star Trek series would be, but there will be no drama. You know the Enterprise won't be destroyed. You know Spock won't die. You know Pike, the way Pike ends up. Yeah, but they can still, as long as they write a good story, you can overshadow all that. Because really, if you think about it, in most shows, you know that the main characters, for the most part, aren't going to get killed off. So anytime they put a main character in peril, for the most part, you know they're going to pull it out of their arse somehow.
Unless their contract is up.
Yeah, unless their contract's up, then, you know, all bets are off.
And by the way, Vile, I am not a conspiracist against submarines. I love submarines.
No, he was talking about Darren Wagner. That's why Darren Wagner had to leave.
He said everyone in the panel is a shill for the submarine conspiracy.
Oh.
Because they keep ignoring his comments about it.
No.
Sure, he likes anything.
Submarines fly in space, don't they?
Well, you know, whale probes.
Yeah.
Did you get 2 pepperoni pizzas?
Yeah.
Did you finish yours?
Well, Mike, submarines do not exist. That's a good one. Aircraft carriers are really islands that float.
It makes sense. I mean, because if the Earth is flat, how can submarines dive so deep?
Now, let's not go there.
Okay, I was
Settle
thinking
down.
it, but I'm a little more civilized. Of course, I'm on pain medicine, so I'm not as blunt.
I think I'm going to be on whiskey by the end of this stream.
Aren't you glad you got your favorite French Snoopy to keep you company?
Oh, yeah. Well, at least you're the one Frenchman I can handle. Oops. And I do find it funny. I do find it funny that Val Mike understood what I said.
He's not the only one that understood.
Well, yeah, I knew you would. But as long as YouTube doesn't, we're good.
Fuck YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, after the responses I gave in the YouTube creator poll they had, I'm surprised I still have a channel, to be honest with you.
All right. So, Chief Cook, let's do an audio test. How are you doing? Can you hear me?
I'm doing fine. I can hear you.
All right. All right. Well,
I can hear you breathing all through the whole show.
We are good to go. Awesome. Awesome.
There, you
All
sound better now.
Just to clarify, I don't necessarily believe that, I'm kidding about the submarines things. It's a dig on Darren and the full flat Earth
I
thing.
know. I get it. I get it.
I can apply every
Sure.
single argument they have against the saying that the Earth is flat towards submarines not existing, and he can't disprove it, and he hates it.
Exactly.
I get it. I got it. I
Well,
caught on immediately. I
Wow,
caught on
you just
immediately.
like talking about submarines because they're long and hard and full of semen.
Normally, I would say something about help defend Darren, but since he's under the sea, I'm above the sea, I can't say anything bad. But you have no idea what it's like being on a tin can.
In the Navy.
Don't sing that song, please, please. Oh
Sci-Fi
God.
Nation needs beans and gravy. Anyway,
Mhm.
Hey, it's good.
Mhm.
Don't knock it till you tried it. Dammer.
The sci-fi. If you want to look up my name on Star Trek Online, I believe it's either Vile Mike TBO or Vile Mike 666 because someone took my standard name.
Oh boy.
All right, I will attempt that tomorrow, Vile.
yeah,
But
maybe.
as I said, I haven't been online for about 2 years, primarily because once Discovery came out, I kind of hated the fact that they were joining it.
Oh yeah, I had
Yeah,
to go through that storyline. That was brutal.
the only thing that kept it interesting for me on the PC version is the fact that when it was still pay to play, I actually bought the lifetime sub.
Oh, don't you
And-
feel like a fool now?
I played it since beta, so
Oh
like,
yeah.
I've been, played it since 2008, and it didn't even go free to play until 2013, 2014. So yeah, I mean, so I get all the free Zen like every month. I've got all the special ships like for like the first 3 or 4
Could you
years.
send me some Zen then? Because I want to get the upgraded Prometheus class because that's my main ship.
If you know how I can send it to you, I will.
I have a question.
I'm sure I could figure out a way to do that, but I've been saving up, or I was saving up Zen to get something, and then they stopped offering it just through trading on the in-game currencies.
Right,
But,
yeah, because we went to the dilithium store, or the conversion, which is ridiculous. But
Okay,
But I ended up letting Caddy spend a lot of that on her birthday one year when I was completely broke and I couldn't even afford anything for her. So I let her go hog wild and buy anything she wanted on Star Trek Online. She spent about $30 worth of the Zen I accumulated.
Oh, lovely.
yeah, not a problem. I still get the monthly stipend, from the lifetime thing. So if
Okay.
you need some, let me know what you need. If we figure out a way to to transfer it, I'll transfer it to you.
Okay,
But,
and I'm gonna cut
go
in
ahead.
quick. Chief Cook, you had a question?
Yeah, how much actually costs to get on the Star Trek Online thing?
Well, right
Well,
now
it's
it's free.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been
it's
free to
been
play
free to
for a
play
long
since
time.
like
Play.
year 2, I think.
Yeah,
But
it's free to
Oh.
play.
I was actually one of the first 100 people to sign up when it became free. So I've got some perks that even the lifetime members don't have.
Do you have
Oh,
red
wow.
matter? Wait, no, I take that back because all my lifetime stuff, except for like one thing, is available in the C
I
store
have
now. Which is,
I have the original NX class,
yeah, so do I. I have the original Connie
No.
too.
not the $5 one. I'm talking about the original one.
Yeah, the one that you got from the code from buying the special edition in the store.
No, I didn't buy mine. Mine was given to me, and it the only difference was it had a phaser array that levels up with your character.
Okay, I got another question. Okay, can you design any ship you want, or
No.
No,
Oh,
you
you
pick from
pick
a
some.
certain class of ship, and then you can mix and match parts or make it look like standard. But there's like 3 versions of the same type of ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like my
Sometimes
Enterprise
4.
is pure black.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and then there's all the coloring
Black.
options and yeah.
Black and green, yeah.
Yeah, there's like
It's
What,
the evil
easily
side.
150 ships right now.
Mhm.
I think if you actually include all races, there's probably about 300 ships.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah,
you can play what Orion, Klingon, human. You can actually play Borg. You can play species 8471 whatever 72. Yeah, I mean it's so in
When
depth
I get
now.
my new system, if you guys get a fleet going, when I get the new system, I'll re-download Star Trek Online and try to get my passwords and everything, and See,
And,
Can
and it'll ask you if you want like an alliance character, which is like basically Federation and those type of characters, or if you want like to be like on the Klingon side, which is the Klingons, the Orions, the Breen, that kind of stuff. So,
Well, no, the Klingon side has the Orions, the Gorn, and the Zinkethi, or not Zinkethi, but the Zinkiti, or the Evil Cat. And then
Okay,
Federation has Tellarites, Vulcans, Andorians. In fact, the modern view screen look that we have on the reviews is actually mine and Caddy's original Star Trek Online characters.
oh, cool.
So that's why mine is a big guy that's bald, and she's an Andorian because she wanted to have blue skin with pink hair.
Cool.
Can you name your own ship?
Yes, that you can do.
That's why she has antenna.
and Vile, just to go on that, since you haven't played in 2 years, you can actually do, if you unlock it, there's a thing where you can do certain playable races, like you can play like an Alliance Borg or a Klingon Borg and that type of stuff too, but you have to unlock it.
I know, the liberated Borg characters,
Yeah, the liberated, yeah.
The only one I paid for was the cat person, because Caddy was originally going to try to be a cat person, but she changed her mind, and I was like, great, you paid for this thing, and now you're not going to use it.
That sounds like my kids.
And of course, her character has to have the Vulcan cat thing as her pet.
Sailot?
Was it the Sailot? I thought that was more of a reptile.
No, the Sailot. The Klingons have the Targ. Vulcans have Sailots. I
know my character has an attack Horda.
Well, the Horda, yeah. I mean, come on, that was like a gift thing. Plus, you can go turn in Lobi crystals and get the special edition Hordas. I mean,
yeah, I've got one of the ones that you can actually as a combat pet.
Yeah, that's the dilithium one.
That disappears once combat starts.
Yeah, that's the one you do from the mission. You actually get that.
Yeah, you get the free vanity one, but you have to pay for the one that can attack.
Yeah, and there's like 3 different versions of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, another question. Okay, when you create a character, you be captain, right? Or
no.
Okay.
You start as a cadet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start as a cadet. Well, now when you start as a cadet, originally you didn't start as a cadet. You started as an ensign. But they changed the entire opening arc to how you become captain since when my character first started playing to when Caddy started playing.
And now, like, if you start as a human, you can start like in a TOS era. Or you can start in TNG era type stuff, or there's just a bunch of different starting zones now compared to what it used to be.
Yeah, my original series character is actually a Vulcan girl, just because I thought it'd be interesting to play it as a girl once. But that was back when they were doing the temporal agent thing that you can't get anymore. So she's the only character I have with access to that stuff.
Right, and my character actually has temporal agent status, which is nice. Well, at least my Xbox one does. I think I can still make that one of those on my PC account because I'm a lifetime member. But
yeah, I missed the Delta agent, or the Delta version equivalent of time agent.
I played through that. I didn't like that arc. Not the Delta one.
I'm talking about the one where you get a specialized Delta character.
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you do they have the Refit Enterprise? And
it has every version of the Enterprise that's ever been released. It's got the TOS Connie, the movie Connie, the Discovery Connie, the Kelvin Connie.
They do
every version.
They do, Vile Mike, but they also have what are called T6 ships. Mm-hmm. Tier 6, and you can get or what they also call retrofit, but you actually have to pay for those.
I know,
and they have better stats than the ones you can actually get in game for free.
Yeah,
I have.
That was
I
one of
actually
my
have
annoyances.
a T6. I have a T6 Prometheus, but I want the upgraded one that has like the slightly better stats. But but you got to pay for it. It's like $10 or $15, I think, something like that.
Now, do you know the Odyssey pack that they have, the USS Odyssey?
Yeah,
Like,
the only
basically-
Odyssey I have is the original one from that you can only get when you played the mission way back when.
Yep, that's the one I have, and you cannot get that one no more.
Nope,
Oh, wow.
but it's also the shittiest version.
No, I made mine into a beam boat. It it might turn slow, but it'll mess.
What did
some
you name?
stuff up.
Just curious. What did you end up naming yours?
Ah, God, I haven't used that ship in so long I can't even remember right now.
The USS Poutine.
I
No,
named
not
I
the
named
Poutine,
mine the Telemachus after Odysseus' son because it's the Odyssey class.
Or sorry, Poutine.
I either name mine the Odyssey or the Enterprise F. One of those two, because I just have no imagination. I mean, my Sovereign class starship is called the Sovereign on the Xbox. It's called the Enterprise E on the PC. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, what about the uniforms?
One of the there's plenty of uniforms you can choose. Most you got to pay for though.
Yeah, you have to unlock certain ones, and
You can unlock them or pay for them, but if you don't want to pay for nothing, you don't have to. You still have lots of choices, and you're not stuck with one era uniform just because that's where you started. I mean, you can use like TOS stuff and like way after TNG, way past Picard times if you wanted to.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, my
I
favorite
really
story about Star Trek Online is how my Prometheus class got its name. My first ship, I couldn't think of a name for it, so I just called it the Afterthought. And
Afterthought.
well, it was the way I designed it. It was a kit bash between a Reliant and a Centaur class. So my whole
USS
idea was
Afterthought.
it was in my head canon. It was a kit bash designed for the Dominion War, and they couldn't think of an actual name for it, so they just called it the Afterthought.
Well, I guess
But,
that's better than the Afterbirth.
When I finally got my Prometheus class, I knew since that's one of my favorite ships. I knew that was going to be my main ship, and I wanted to have a badass name for my Prometheus class. So I typed in Prometheus into the Google, and comes up the
These
Wikipedia
are the
page.
voyage of the Starship Afterthought. It's on no mission.
Now, there was an exploit back in the day. If you had a Galaxy X, right? If you had the Zen and you could go and buy a Galaxy X, and it came with the cloaking device, and you also had the retrofit Galaxy class Enterprise, you could take the saucer set module off your retrofit Galaxy class, put it onto the Galaxy X, so it would have saucer set capabilities and cloaking capabilities.
Yeah,
Which should not be able to happen anywhere.
Jeez.
I think you can still do that, can't you?
I think you can. I don't think they ever fixed that.
I don't think they meant to fix it. I think it was supposed to be a feature. But to finish, when I was looking up the name for the Prometheus, I found out that the brother of Prometheus is the Epimetheus. I'm like, oh, that sounds
You
kind
going
of cool.
Greek
Let me
now?
look up Epimetheus. And I looked up Epimetheus, and he's actually the Greek Titan and the personification of the Afterthought. So that's why my Prometheus class is named the Epimetheus.
so I went with names like Destroyer, Vengeance, stuff like that.
I'm thinking
No,
more
all my ships
some
have to
more
have a clever
serious, like
name.
Hyperion or something.
Like my one of my Akira classes is called Over a Scythe, and it's because it's an anagram of the type of ship it was, like a heavy assault cruiser or something like that. And Over a Scythe is an anagram of that.
I'll tell you a heck of a ship to play if you ever have the Zen to buy it, because you got to get it from a C store. It's the Intrepid class Voyager retrofit. It has the ablative hull armor on it.
Yeah, I never liked Voyager as a ship.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
put that
me neither.
ablative hull armor on there.
Caddy has an Intrepid class, but I don't.
Yeah, you take that retrofit Intrepid class and you take it and you equip it with the anti-proton weapons and everything to fight the Borg with. Oh, ain't no Borg getting past you.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I'll take a Sovereign any
Okay,
day.
one question. Okay.
even
what about-
a tier, the highest max level the Borg cube is not hard to take out by yourself anymore. It's really sad when my ship can take out a Borg cube in less than a second.
Yeah,
Do they
that's
have the,
probably why they had that. What do they call it in that mission tonight? Something Plex. It looked like that diamond-shaped thing, but it was like huge, like the size of like 100 Borg cubes in space.
Unicomplex?
No, something.
Ultramatrix?
No, not
Ultramatrix?
Unimatrix.
Ultramatrix, yeah.
Plex, something I don't know, but this big diamond-shaped thing in space, and you had to take that out, and it was just and there was like no way you're going to defeat this thing, and then all of a sudden the Enterprise F from in-game shows up, along with the NX-01 with Jonathan Archer, Voyager with Janeway, the Discovery shows up, the original Constitution class
Does
with
it
Kirk
explode?
shows up, you just the thing was done.
Oh, so the Discovery doesn't blow up upon arrival? Oh, darn.
And the Galaxy class Enterprise.
I haven't got to that far into the game because I stopped playing. So
no, they just released this like a week or two ago. So if
Yeah,
you go online on
that's
the
what I'm
PC, yeah, you can play it. Yeah.
Is that and the Enterprise F? That's the F goes on Enterprise, right? A big ugly ship, big one.
no, that's the J,
Big.
That's the
Oh,
J.
it's J.
and the
Yeah.
J is also in the game.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
so
knew-
it's
That
also the
was
game.
ugly.
The F
God,
is basically
awful ugly.
the Odyssey class
okay.
Yeah,
in the game.
yeah, the one from the Star Trek Picard comics. If you've seen those, at least.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I think this came out when Ecomatch came out for that model.
But
Ecomatch, yeah.
what I
You
like
want
about
this-
Star Trek Online, at least, is where they get their ships from. Is they actually will license out other Trek properties to get some of the ships. Like if you've ever read the Star Trek Destiny books, the Vesta class, the first Starfleet ships that had Slipstream built into them, is in there. The Titan from the Star Trek Titan books, the one Riker commanded, is in there.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to get to the guy. The guy who my avatar. He designed it. The avatar you see there, and he's been trying to get this ship on there for years. So he got too much damn money, but he's been trying. We trying to get him to do it too, so he can get this money he wanted so bad. But that right there on my avatar, it's called Spencer Enterprise, class Enterprise. But they be trying to get this ship for years. So let's see anybody can do it.
Actually, the Odyssey class was actually picked. It was a design competition
Yeah.
shortly after the game launched. And that was actually a fan design that won the Odyssey class.
Yeah.
And they made it
Yep.
into a special thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Same thing with my same thing I was talking about my avatar.
And
Sure,
I've
design
always
too.
the Odyssey class that they chose is a great design. I would, I don't really like the E all that much, but I do like the F.
Sovereign was the
Yeah.
shit.
No, the
Sovereign
Sovereign
was
was bland.
Sovereign was awesome. The only thing I didn't like about the Odyssey class is you had like the double neck, and then you had all the space in between it, right?
Yeah.
See, I like that
Same thing.
idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that was stupid, but still, it's too vulnerable because you hit one side of the neck, the saucer is going to collapse.
Well, see, like
You
actual
could argue
Star
that
Trek-
about a lot of the Starfleet ships with their necks.
Right, but what you don't realize is we're thinking with lizard brains. When you think about the metals and the composites used in the construction of these ships, and this goes all the way back to the argument of the TOS Connie. Oh, those struts are too thin. No, you don't realize how strong and those metals are and those composite materials are. You know?
Well, plus one thing we also forget, space has no weight. So
but you still have
does
gross.
help.
It doesn't have weight, but it has gross tonnage.
Well, it also has mass.
Exactly, mass, gross tonnage mass.
Yeah, I was about to say, mass and plus the thrusters and they plus help it stabilize that neck. So because we have no weight, that neck goes back goes down. Because I seen NASA guys put that Enterprise E underwater, you can see that the head really goes down on that.
When did they put the E underwater?
They try to. They were talking about design and how with a design flaw of the ship, and everybody agreed the head's too damn big. It's too ovary, and we were thinking, no, the ship is just don't add up. You can't. It's too mass for the head, and the neck does not hold up so
Well, it
well.
wasn't meant to
So-
go underwater.
Okay,
I know.
well,
I'm just saying.
the
No.
difference-
We talking about.
Like,
We talking about way.
really?
We talk. No. We talking about how it go through space, how
Right.
the streams and everything like
Okay,
that.
so you're talking
It
about the
just-
water pressure on the hull versus the pressure from space.
Yeah.
What
So we're
they're
thinking, how.
what they're failing to take into account is starships have what's called structural integrity fields.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand that. But what you're saying, no, it just doesn't add up. Science. It just
Right,
no.
and the
Yeah, that's
D
why
did,
they have technobabble.
and the D did.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
seriously, you want to
That's-
talk about a saucer section that was too big for a ship?
That
Let's
they
talk
had.
Hey! No insulting my Galaxy class. I love the Galaxy class.
I do too. I love the Galaxy
Well,
class.
you already
That baby
committed
had a.
blasphemy by
had a-
saying the sovereign is no good of a
I
shit.
love the Galaxy.
All right, Canuck
Yeah, but at least
Sovereign class
at least
is
the sovereign
has a scaled
can
up
glide through
Intrepid
space.
class with longer nacelles. It sucks. Okay.
At least the sovereign class can glide through space evenly. Good warp drive, good stream on it. But the D, come on.
The D is the only the Galaxy class was the first starship I'd ever seen that I would actually qualify as graceful.
Okay, Chief Cook, you
In its
just
design.
said, "Oh, look at these ships going through space. They got to have streamlined this, that, and a third." You just like 2 minutes ago said, "Well, it doesn't matter what they have in space. What can they do underwater?" And space really has no bearing on the shape of any type of.
Yeah, I understand it. I'm saying that, but still, I'm talking about as it going through warp. Is it airship? Whereas space or sea have to glide through have to drive for a stream on it. And we test airship. We test. We make sure it can go through the water. Make sure it has the level. Make sure you have the weight has to be balanced. Everything like that. Yeah.
But submarines don't have structural integrity fields like starships do.
No.
But
that's how you know submarines don't exist.
And the other thing, the other thing I would point out is, to me, the Galaxy was always like your battleship, whereas
I thought of it more of a.
Hey, can I finish my sentence?
Okay, I was just gonna say one point, but go ahead.
Okay, so you've got the
Guest may talk, but the host is the host.
the Galaxy was more
Interrupting
like your
count goes
Big
moo.
your Big Bertha, your big USS Missouri, but the Enterprise E was more like your destroyer. Go in fast.
I would
hit
look at it
hard.
as more of the Galaxy class is more of an exploration vessel, like an oceanography type vessel, mounted with a shit ton of weaponry just in case. The Sovereign was more of your battleship type.
Yeah, I was gonna say the E is not a tin can.
No.
And the D, if you look at the neck from the engineering hull up to the saucer section, that V shape, that is a United States naval carrier hull slicing through the water.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Yeah, it is true, because we did say that too, because it's slicing through the water. But no, the secondary hull is just way too thin. It's way too. If they buffed up a little bit around, it would be
On which,
good
the D?
solid ship. Oh yes, on the D. The D, if the secondary hull with the engine and everything and the nacelles, if they
He's
just make it a
talking
little
about Galaxy class, I think, aren't you, Chief?
yeah, guys, yeah.
Well, the Galaxy class was bigger than the Connie for
Yeah, I
secondary.
understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
So if
size
the-
comparison, the entire length of the Connie is still shorter than the width of the saucer for the Enterprise D.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can put like 3 Connies in the width of the saucer of the D.
Yeah.
No, only 2, but the E basically just a update version of the Voyager.
Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
bigger and longer. That's all it is.
Better nacelles.
Yeah, bigger and longer. So it's just like the Intrepid class, It's longer, it's bigger, it's wider, and it can kick more ass. You know, and
I
that's all
don't
it is.
think
Just
so.
beats
I think
up.
if you put a sovereign against an intrepid, the sovereign's going to win.
No
Exactly.
shit.
Even though they both have quantum torpedoes, the Intrepid has to modify their photon torpedo tube to launch quantum torpedoes per Voyager. That's canon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
there's no way. It would probably take at least 3 Intrepids to take on a Sovereign by itself.
yeah. But I
But
wish if you see my ship, my avatar, that ship is twice as better in both the D. The D put together because that ship right there is a hybrid between the refit Enterprise and the Excelsior, and everything. And we designed it, everything stacked right, the weight, everything, and had a glass too, so you won't no design flaw, no the only thing problem was when he designed the secondary hull, the deflector display you see. I wish I could bring it up on the screen, but bigger is covered on top. But if you look at it real carefully, you can see it look both have the Excelsior and the Excelsior and Enterprise E body into it, like they make create a child. That ship is a fantastic ship. And I'm not
Chief,
saying
I have a question for you, Chief.
Yeah.
Now, you realize the Intrepid class isn't very much longer than the NX class. It has about
Yeah.
10 more decks deep, but it's
Yeah.
not much longer than the NX class. And you
Yeah.
really think an Intrepid
I
class
think
is
you
going
mean
to go up
Connie. It's
against
about
the
the same
Sovereign
size as the
class?
Connie.
no one else. No, the Intrepid is nowhere in hell. The Intrepid can beat the Sovereign class. It can run rings around it, but as a Navy person, it depends on the captain. So no matter how big the ship is, it depends who's calling the shots.
I beg to
So
differ. I don't care how big and slow a knight is. A child with a pea shooter isn't going to be able to take it out.
And not to mention, the
depend.
Sovereign class was specifically built to deal with the Borg threat. Plus, they fought in
Yeah,
the Dominion
yeah,
War, so they upgraded them God knows how many times. It's
yeah,
on screen in the TNG movies. It got upgraded
yeah,
like 2 times, 3 times, maybe.
yeah,
So
yeah. 3
no,
times.
those Intrepid classes are not gonna stand a chance against the Sovereign.
Okay, so to give fairness here,
But still, it's
hold on, Chief Cook. So
okay.
Captain Trek, what would be your ship to throw in the mix? I'm on the E. Well, Mike likes the D, and take that
Well,
for how you
I
want it.
like the D,
And
but
then
my ship is the Prometheus class.
yes, the triple vector. That's actually I really like that ship. I know it got a lot of flack, but I actually like that ship. Okay, so what about you, Trek? What would be your ship if you're going to be captain? What would you pick? Captain Trek? Oh, he must be away from Mike. All right, so we'll get back to Captain Trek. Okay, so Chief Cook, go ahead. What were you going to say? Sorry, I just wanted to get Captain in on the conversation. Chief?
Well, if we were like doing a battle between all of these, obviously
Sorry about that.
the Prometheus class would win.
Yeah. Well, from Prometheus, depends. Like I said, it depends on who's calling the shot.
If you're
Let me say,
yeah, not including experienced commanders or anything. I'm talking about if you had equal crews on each ship.
it still depends on who's sitting in the captain's chair.
As I said,
you
you're talking about equally competent crews. That includes the captain.
If okay, what ship you talking about? What ship you talking about again?
The
Well, we
Prometheus.
got Rambling Canuck Sovereign. We got your Intrepid. Sci-fi. What did you have?
I mean, I don't like.
Well,
I like
originally I was going with the Odyssey class, but like if I'm like we're talking actual like tactical maneuvering, I would take the Sovereign class.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That yeah.
But now, like beauty and aesthetics, I would take the D any day because
Oh yeah, same here.
Yeah, but
Although I'm going to have to clip out that part where you said, "Well, I would have to take the D."
Son of a bitch.
Oh, you caught that, did you?
you need a D. Everybody wants a D. Okay. Yeah. But like I said, no, as a Navy person, if you train well on which ship you be on, and you know the strength, like Cisco said, you know the strength and the weaknesses, you can take out any ship around. But like I said, but still depends on who sits in that chair and knows how that ship, back that ship is from inside out. Like Cisco says, you know the ship, the strength and weakness. So if you know that ship real well, you can well, and you know you got a ship. Like I get a great example. That great scene from Nemesis when Ricard first seen the scimitar, and he said that's a predator. You know, so he can tell this ship is bigger than Enterprise. You know, the ship is dangerous than Enterprise. So what he trying to do? He didn't try to defeat the sovereignty. He tried to defeat the commander of the ship. Outsmart him.
Yeah, the scimitar is basically half the size of a Borg cube. What did you expect him to say?
Exactly what I'm saying. So no, I'm saying to all you guys, you can pick all the biggest ship you want, but if you better know how to use it. You better know how to use it from top to bottom. So choose one and choose it well and understand the
Well,
strength.
but to your point, Chief, if you take the I don't know the Iowa class battleship
Mhm.
and you put it up against a
The
Corvette.
Yamato.
No, you put it against a Corvette.
Mhm.
There's
The
a movie
Iowa
about that.
is going to blow it out of the water, and it doesn't matter what kind of a commander it has.
There's a
No,
movie
okay,
about
very
that.
It doesn't have the hull. It doesn't have the weaponry. I mean, basically, the weaponry of the even a destroyer against an Iowa. I mean, you're looking at a ship that cannot puncture the hull of the Iowa.
The Iowa class
What I would do, what
shells
we
the
do,
size of a car.
what we would do is we get close, shoot, try and make some damage, hit the key spots, which is the rudder, the bridge, or one of the gun turrets, and run, hit and run, hit and run.
I
And
mean,
trying to stay out of the gun range.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to do that. I mean, your best hope is a torpedo strike.
Well,
That's your best
what I
hope.
said. That's what I said.
It's a
That's what I said.
destroyer.
You got to take out the rudder, take out the bridge, take out some parts of weakness spot, and you do hit and run. We
So
call
what
it
are you-
zigzag.
What are you running in? Are you running an Arleigh Burke class? Because even when Reagan upgraded the Iowa classes in the 80s, they kept the original targeting systems from World War II because they were better than any electronic system that the Navy was
Yeah.
using at the time.
Well, that and it would have costed too much to retrofit.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just about
I
said
think
it. Yeah,
it's more of
because
a
we had
cost
money.
issue, not because they were
Also
actually
money.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
And
cost issue.
also money. Yeah.
You
That's what I said, yeah,
cannot
money.
beat that mechanical targeting system. I'm sorry, you can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
Well, you can, but
You-
in this day and age, why would you want to?
Hey, I'm gonna take. I don't know if you heard the news. Y'all remember the story about the New Zealand submarine? They're playing war games and popped up right in front of Pacific Fleet. Go to show you how it depends on that commander. It could knock out the whole half of the fleet, including the carrier. It depends
Yeah,
on
but
that
now
good commander.
in comparison, you're talking about a bird of prey being able to sneak up on something.
Like a Galaxy
Yeah.
class starship in Generations?
Of course,
Yeah.
they could sneak up on it, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's still going to win on a
Dying, no.
Galaxy knows it's there.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
did on a Galaxy class starship in Generations?
Yep. You gotta take. I gotta get credit to Nurse and Buster. They did it right. They went in and snuck in, got the code from the shield thing, and he knocked it out. Exactly
Yeah,
what
they
I'm talking
did,
about. It depends on a
but-
good commander.
Yeah,
They
that was
still
also because
died.
Riker was incompetent. He had Troy driving, and
Oh, it always comes back to
even
Troy,
then,
doesn't it?
even then, the Galaxy class still survived 13 hits before it was destroyed. Any competent commander would not have allowed it to get more than one shot.
And why does it always come back to
Well,
Troy?
that's what happened when
Who's
you
the
had
idiot
females
that
captain the
let-
ship.
Who's the idiot in command that let Geordi get his stuff hacked Really, you don't have
Yeah, considering it was
firewalls in
the
the
second
24th
time that it
century?
had happened.
You don't have firewalls in the 24th century, even for visors. Come on, look at Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan. This is why starships operate the way they do. Come on, it's in canon already. In
Yeah,
Star
but
Trek 2.
it's quantum, and the story called for it. So
Yeah. The only reason
it hit a
the
quantum
Galaxy
wall.
class lost in that movie is because it lost its plot armor.
Yes.
Ugh.
Shields. They lost their shields, and they got outsmarted.
Not even he wasn't outsmarted; he was out stupided.
Geordi forgot to renew his
Yeah.
VPN. End of story.
No, when they checked, they forgot. No, when they did, they checked on void. Someone forgot to check the damn visor. That's what happened.
Yeah, and
But then again, how you can check the
after
visor?
that
You the
episode
chief
where
engineer.
Jordy got brainwashed into trying to kill that senator,
Yeah, that was in a TV
Yeah, the general.
episode.
they should have known better.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Vile.
After Jordy gets captured, make sure there's nothing programmed into his visor again.
Exactly. They should have seen it coming.
They lost the battle because of stupidity. They literally got outsmarted.
Oh, stupid. No, you said it right the first time, my friend.
That's what I'm saying. Is they got outstupided, not outsmarted.
Yeah, and Riker should have got at least Captain Mass for that because he off the ship, and Picard too because he walked off the ship, so both the actually got in trouble.
It's fun to
Yeah,
talk
that
about,
was-
but it gives you a headache, don't it?
Well, it's just
Yeah,
it's an argument of the plot called for it, so it happened.
Yeah, and me and the
Same time,
members,
it's the same reason why you can have a ship go up against, like, when the Enterprise D has its plot armor, it goes through like insane amount of things it shouldn't be able to too, but plot armor lets it do it.
and next episode it gets one-shotted.
Yeah.
So it all depends on what the plot
The
dictates.
plot holes call for it, yeah.
Whatever the plot dictates. It's like,
Yeah.
like the old famous, oh, we're running into a problem that cannot be solved by any means necessary. Oh, well, we'll just realign the deflector dish and that'll fix it.
Oh, it's
Bloody hell.
nothing is as bad as
or the Captain senior.
I was gonna say nothing's as bad as the season 1 episode where no one has gone before. I applied the something asymptomatically, the energy asymptomatically. Now, I expected some tilling, but it's like, what?
Oh, Voyager
Multimodal
was perfect
reflection
for
sorting.
technobabble. So, Captain, rein in here. Hello,
Captain Trek. You all right, bud?
What?
Okay, so you rein in. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Here.
Okay.
You falling asleep?
No, I think I dragged him on when I dragged him up, but it's all
Oh, you drug him up when he was in. Oh, why did you do that, rambling Jesus?
because I'm evil. You
should know
by now.
better.
You have a show with me every Monday,
Yeah, I know.
which you missed. So I owe you a kick
Hey,
for
I
that.
was not feeling good that day. You have well, if you watched my stream from the other morning, you'd know I didn't feel good.
Well, neither did I, but I still had to do it. And I can't say much because I missed my Wednesday shift because I didn't leave my bed that day.
Yeah, see, so
What's wrong with all you people getting sick?
Oh, they're reevaluating my medication, so it's more pain level than sick.
and mine was actual sick, and I'm not going to go into the details. I went into enough of it on my live stream without being gross. So
Yeah, all good.
I'm just joking around because I never get sick to the point where I actually haven't gone to the doctor out, for an illness or something in like 3 years.
Awesome.
I haven't been to a doctor since I was in 8th grade, and that was in I graduated in 94. So it would have been 1989 was the last time I was at a doctor, and that was actually a dentist. So an actual doctor would have been a year or two before that.
No, I mean, I haven't got the flu or anything like that laid me out. So, and it pisses certain people off because they complain about getting sick all the time, and it's like, oh, I'll help you out.
Yeah, this is like the first year I got sick, so I don't know if it was the thing going around. I hope the fuck it's not. It's the first time I've been that sick since I've had the flu shot. And I haven't had a flu shot since 1988, 1989.
Wow.
Well, see, I do get the flu shot every year because my employment pays for it.
Well, I would refuse it because every time I took one, it always made me get the flu.
Well, of course it does. That's what it's trying to do.
No, you take a vaccine so you don't get the shit.
No, it gives you a diminished form of the virus that your body still has to fight off in order to start creating the antibodies.
No,
so of
not
course
if I
it's
gotta
literally
lay
giving
out
you
Yes,
the
that's
virus,
right.
but at a reduced rate.
No, I'm not going to lay in my bed sick for a week just because somebody says you got to be
That's
vaccinated.
the thing is, you don't. Under ideal circumstances, you'd only be sick for a day or two.
No, every year when I had the flu shot, I was in bed for a week, and I looked at my dad finally, and I said, "I ain't taking it."
Maybe you just have a poor immune system.
Of course, back then I used to use live viruses.
No,
But anyway,
they
moving
never
on.
give live viruses unless they had an agent in there that weakened it. And usually that was for like polio and shit like that.
Sorry, rambling. I didn't mean to ramble, but it's your stream. Go ahead, my friend.
Oh no, it's just trying to keep it out of the virus talk.
Well, that was a flu. It doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. But yeah, no, I don't know. For me, I don't know. I just ever since I've been having to take the medication that basically kills my immune system. Yeah, I don't mess around with any of that.
Oh, well, shit, that's news to me. Even I didn't know that.
I would have you know, as long as your doctor knows what they're doing, I would listen to them.
Well, yeah. Which one? I have 3 of them, and they all they all play the circle jerk of which one's going to actually do something.
And can I play devil's advocate? Via would listen to him. I wouldn't. But that's me.
Okay, so you're literally going to ignore someone with more information about the subject than you do.
When they don't know how my body reacts, you're goddamn right.
Well, they should.
All right, let me put it this way. Would you take your car to a mechanic or a plumber?
Fix it myself.
And if you didn't know how to fix it?
Why wouldn't I know how to fix it?
I don't know.
Just
Maybe you
new
didn't have
cars are
that
stupid.
particular knowledge.
New cars are stupid, and they don't make it. They don't make them so you can fix them yourself anymore.
See, I am a mechanic and a computer nerd, so it's kind of an irrelevant point to make.
All right, in that case, you need to get a new septic tank. Who are you going to call, a mechanic or a plumber?
I live in a city.
What?
It's a hypothetical question, you dork.
He's being obstinate because he knows I'm right.
If my sewer had to be cleaned, who would I call? Is that what you asked?
Yes. Would you go to someone who's an expert in that field, or are you going to go to somebody else?
Well, obviously, I'm going to call the septic cleaner.
Yes,
There
and
you go.
the doctors are the experts in their fields, but you're choosing to ignore them because you just don't like what they say.
No, that's not what I said.
I'm paraphrasing.
Specifics, Vile. Specifics. OCD brain.
See, I agree with Vile where you listen to the doctor. My problem is I have 3 different ones, and I'm about to have a 4th one. So the problem there becomes which doctor outvotes which one. You ever
Now,
get 3 doctors in the same room trying to
Here's
agree
my
on
question
something?
to that. Are the doctors talking to each other?
Yes, they have to.
Are they in the same head?
No. Because you have, so you have my kidney doctor who is looking out for the kidney. You have the back doctor, back specialist, who is looking out for the back. The problem is the back and the kidney, to treat one, you have to shoot the other.
So if you take one drug, it's gonna make this part bad. If you take this drug,
That's
it's gonna make the other part bad.
That's correct. So they argue all the time. Then you have my family doctor who goes, both things are above my pay grade. Help.
That's because he knows that that's not his specialty.
That's right.
He's doing what I was saying and deferring to the experts.
That's right. So, yeah. So that's my joy. Because then you have to wait for the kidney doctor and the back specialist to come at an agreement before
Well,
anything moves forward.
Ramblin', you do have a silver
Now, is it
lining
because
in
the
all of this.
Hold on, sorry. Just because it was my specialty in college, is it because the medication that would treat your back injury or back problem is too much for your kidneys to handle?
Okay, so here's the long and the short of it. Ankylosing spondylitis is an inflammatory disease. Okay. The worst thing for a kidney is anti-inflammatories.
Yeah, any sort of NSAID.
Yeah.
And that's probably what they won't prescribe you to them.
Yeah. So the higher the medication they give me for the back, the worse it is for the kidney.
Yep, because I have a friend with kidney stones
Right.
like no other.
Have they mentioned anything about performing a surgery to actually remove the lymph in that area?
They can't.
Why not?
Because ankylosing spondylitis doesn't work that way.
Oh,
Ankylosing spondylitis, there is no cure.
as I said, I'm not an expert in that specific disease, so
Yeah, ankylosing spondylitis is
Most
took
people
me a year to be able to pronounce. But anyway, it's basically eventually it will fuse my spine.
oh,
Eventually,
Which,
so
And
it's
it
not
will
just,
lock up. It
it's
will
not
lock
just
up.
causing an inflammatory reaction; it's actually calcifying your cartilage.
Yes.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, like my back when they do an MRI, they ignore 90% of the fractures because it actually adds bone mass to your spinal column, and then it cracks, and then it adds more, and then it cracks, and then it adds more, and it cracks, and then eventually it will fuse.
yeah, basically it's like polio combined with scoliosis on crack.
Yeah, if you want to see a nightmare, look up ankylosing spondylitis.
I can't spell that even if I wanted to.
Good for you. I have it and can't. So good luck with that.
And no, I wasn't trying to make light of it, Ramblin'. And I feel bad for the
And
joke
I'm
I
not
didn't
either,
make
of course.
earlier.
And then I have my kidney disease is another one I can't. And then the funny part is I always make the joke with my doctors because ankylosing spondylitis is rare. The kidney condition I have is rare. To have both is almost unheard of. And my exact comment to my doctors when they diagnosed me with both was, why can't I have this luck when I play the 649?
I'm assuming the 649 is something in your
The
area.
lottery.
Okay.
Yeah, why can't I have this luck when I play the lottery? Seriously? If the odds are you're not going to have both, come on. Why can't I?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I can say what I was going to. At least you don't get a bill at the end of the day.
Depends. Like now they're adding the fourth doctor, which is the chronic pain clinic.
Well, I mean in general.
Yeah. In general, yes. I don't.
Which is something me and Bio both agree on wholeheartedly, and we had that discussion the other day, so we're not going to rehash it.
Yes. That always gets messy. But
Yes, it does.
Wait, which one?
That we both agree on that we should have a certain something in this country that we don't have. That they have in every other industrialized country in the world since World War II.
And actually, this country had as well until effing Nixon.
But we're not going to go there.
No, we won't talk about that or the idiocy that maintains it.
Oh. I like this one.
Yeah, I do like that avatar. Evil Rambling.
Yeah, evil rambling. But yeah.
Uh-oh, are you breaking out the Apple, what you call it, the Apple Crown?
Oh, no, not yet. But
Jeff Franklin, why are you frowning, my friend? You know, it takes 3 times as many muscles to frown as it does to smile, my friend.
That means you get more exercise when you frown.
Of
And you burn more
course you
calories.
say that.
Yes, it does. I actually told Myra that tonight on my stream.
But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. But I'm really looking forward to this whole stupid situation going away, because doing doctor's appointments over the phone is a pain in the rear end.
No kidding.
That was my Wednesday.
I mean,
Sorry, bud.
how are they even doing a baseline of your vitals at the time? Are you actually having to do that and sending them the info, or what?
No, what ends up happening is I have to go, like, because for everything that I have to do blood work. So my kidney doctor sends me the requisition. I go into the hospital. They do the blood work there, and then send it to the doctor. But it has to be, like, certain blood clinics are open, certain ones aren't. So you end up going into the hospital, which means you have to go through all the red tape because they've locked down the hospital. The renal clinic, which is the kidney doctor, is in that hospital, but you can't get to that floor. It's blocked off because they do kidney transplants up there. So that makes bloody sense. So you've got people recovering from a kidney transplant. So you're not wanting just any Joe Blow walking through that hall while people are recovering from a kidney transplant.
Do they do dialysis up there too?
Surgery.
Yeah. What's that?
They do dialysis up there too?
No, that's a separate hospital.
Oh, okay.
But yes, they do have a separate wing for that as well.
And Jeff Franklin, I agree with you. There is way too much pain and suffering in the world today, my friend.
And
No,
thankfully, I'm not there yet.
See, I think there's too much stupidity in the world, and that's what leads to pain and suffering.
Well, yes,
there's that.
I agree with you, Vile, but like I said, this is not the stream to...
I just said stupidity in general. I didn't mention names.
I still agree that, certain people should wear signs and others should wear billboards, but
Yeah.
Well, so which one should I have, a sign or a billboard?
depends on the day. Does that qualify?
Even I would be guilty of that one. I'd have to wear a sign some days and even a billboard once or twice a year.
And see, this is why we do the Monday night stream. It kind of lets Ramblin' blow up steam and myself.
But yeah, I don't know. I just, like, because a lot of it is like for today, like for my appointment on the Monday with my kidney doctor, I had to go into the pharmacy and use their blood pressure because my blood pressure is always out of whack. So I had to go and get that done on my own. Whereas normally I just go in and get it done when I go into the renal clinic. But I had to have all that ready before the doctor phoned.
No, they got you on Ativan for that or what?
No, 2 other ones.
Okay.
But and I can always tell when it happens because my migraines come back, and that's usually a sign.
Oh, when they up it, yeah.
Yeah, I can always tell when it's out of whack because I get a wicked migraine that usually lasts for 2 days.
That's the one thing that every member of my family suffers from is the occasional migraine.
Oh, well, for me, it's really scary. Like, migraines are the one thing I can't handle. And the reason I can't handle them, and I'm really going to turn this stream go south now. But anyway, the reason I don't like migraines is my mom suffered from migraines. And they always blame my mom's migraines on a pinched nerve in the back of her neck. And my mom ended up passing away from 4 aneurysms to the brain.
Oh.
And they did a CAT scan 2 weeks before my mom went into the hospital for the final time. And my mom's headaches were getting worse and worse and worse. And they went, it's a pinched nerve in the back of the neck. And 2 weeks later, my mom had 4 aneurysms within a matter of 48 hours.
Not 1, but 4.
4, yes. And so I lost her at 45.
She was 45, not
She
you.
was 45. I was 12.
Oh.
So so migraines set off a bad memory for me, and I always get really scared, especially if they don't go away right away.
What's the matter, honey?
So it's the one thing that will scare me is a migraine that won't go away,
Yeah, honey, we'll go make
just
a sandwich.
because of that. That's the one thing I can't stand.
Daddy's online, honey. Go make a sandwich.
Make me a sandwich too.
It's little sci-fi. Watch your mouth.
Okay, sci-fi make us a sandwich. Get that apron on and get those sandwiches flying. Hurry
It's
up.
not the missus. It's a little one.
I told you, you bonehead.
No, I ain't gonna.
Get that apron on and get those sandwiches flying.
Shit, I stopped working. Yeah, he said he doesn't have an apron.
You bonehead.
He's talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just.
Kick your dad in the butt. I fully support this.
Come here, little sci-fi. Come here. What do you want to say to him? What do you want to say, honey? Say what you said over there.
Oh, sure. Put the poor kid on the spot.
Say what you said over there. Say, I'm not a bonehead.
Oh, now
Yeah,
you're telling him what to say. You see this? You see this? Propaganda, I tell you.
Yeah,
Propaganda.
what's wrong with you introducing your kid to us people? That's just bad parenting.
At least I don't put mine on camera.
I've
I
done
don't
that.
want to,
Mine's
but
18.
I have no choice. She's scarier than me.
I have an 18-year-old, and she's scarier. She's crazier than me. She's the kind of kid that you tell, I'm going to strap you to the roof of the car and drive at 100 kilometers an hour, and she goes, that sounds fun.
Yeah,
Sounds like my kid, and she's 20.
I gave that threat to Caddy not too long ago, and she just said that's illegal here.
My kid would say, "Whoa, let's go." Hold my beer and watch this. Whatever you want, honey. Go ahead. Make a sandwich with whatever you want. Grab those chippies up there if you want them. A hot dog? Okay.
Yeah, make
You
hot
might have to
dogs
bring
for
them-
daddy, and make sure that you get a steak out of the deal.
You might have to bring them here. I don't think they're open yet, baby. Okay? The hot dogs aren't open yet. You might have to bring them here. Oh, Mama opened them? Okay. See, this is why I usually mute my microphone when I'm dealing with little sci-fi, because I get all kinds of crap. Why don't you get the one that's on the stove, you dork? Yeah, you didn't notice that one.
Jeez.
Jesus. Terrible.
I gotta figure out how to, you know when his avatar goes white, I gotta figure out how to sneak in the word Newfie.
And we have several people that know how to edit that in, don't we?
No, you need the full thing. You need the French Newfie butt pirate.
Yeah,
Son of
there
a
you
bitch, Kyle. No, we don't.
go. Mm.
But I appreciate all the love from the community. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Always glad to help.
We wouldn't make fun of you if we didn't love you.
No, that's my line. But thanks.
No, that's every parent's line to their kids and others.
Yeah.
Well, I don't make fun of my kids. I say that to my friends.
You just called your kid a dork,
Well, he is a dork.
so you do make fun of your kid.
No, I'm honest. Even his mom calls him a dork.
Poor kids.
Yes, he
spending
does.
Hours and hours and
He just does
expensive.
it when you're not looking.
Um,
Yeah, just wait till your kid wants to be on camera too.
Well, I got a 20-year-old and a 18-year-old, but they live in Southern Illinois. And I got my she's gonna be 17, living just on the other side of town. And then I got little sci-fi right here. No, yes, Lexi, your sister Lexi, honey. Yeah.
Mind if I ask? Is it all the same mom?
No, the first two are from her. The second one is from that one, and Little Sci-Fi is Mrs. Sci-Fi Nation's son. But I've been in his life since he was 6 months old, so he's Little Sci-Fi Nation, and I am Daddy. And funny story about that, his sperm donor is Mrs. Sci-Fi Nation calls it. Tried to message her today on the Facebook.
oh yeah.
Nothing. You didn't hear that, son. Make your sandwich and go to your room. Yeah, make your hot dog and go to your room. You'll be all right. Don't worry. Brownie's still sleeping. Bessie's not a ruin, so you'll be fine. He won't wake up. Go! Good boy. Okay, anyways. Now that the little ears are gone. Jeff Franklin needs a billboard in orbit so that you can see it from the ground.
But yeah, I don't know. But anyway, moving on. How many parents have used the line that my mother used to use? I brought you into this world. I can take you out of it.
Pretty sure she got that from Bill Cosby on the Cosby Show. When he was
I doubt it because my mother hated that show.
Boy, I brought you into this world and I'll take you out of it. I'm sure that was a thing back then.
My mother also used to use the line, go play tag in traffic. It only counts if you tag the front bumper.
Well, she really didn't like you, did she?
My mom was just a smart ass.
Define smart.
She used that one. She used that one up until the day I went, okay, Mom, talk to you later. Get your ass back here.
Well, see, that's because you gave her a chance to say that shit. Like, you had to do shit like me when you're like 5-6 years old, riding like a full-size street bike, like a 250 Honda street bike from the 1970s, and jumping shit like you're evil freaking Knievel over the wood pile. Right. You don't give her a chance to say shit like that because you freak her out so bad, and she's just like, oh my god. You never, ever, 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 ever give a parent a chance to do that shit. To, like, tell you to say that shit. That's why I expect that shit from my kids, because that's how I was. But they're not. They have no sense of adventure.
Or they're just intelligent.
Well, I'm still here, ain't I?
Yeah. Miracles do happen.
Proof of God, according to Rambling Canuck.
Divine.
What do you think about that one, Vile?
Divine intervention.
You can define any miracle by its improbability. That's all.
It's all a numbers game, isn't it, Vile?
Yep. As the scientists say, nothing is impossible, just highly improbable. A highly improbable event could be considered miraculous if it happens.
And I love that quote by Spock. When you eliminate the impossible, whatever is left, no matter how improbable, must be the truth, according to one of his ancient ancestors, who, by the way, was Sherlock Holmes. Did anybody else catch that? That it was a Sherlock Holmes quote?
Logical. Fascinating.
But the thing is, it's not even a Sherlock Holmes quote from the books. It's a Sherlock Holmes quote from the movies.
But Spock said it in Star Trek something or other, Star Trek 6.
I know, but what I'm saying in Star Trek 6, And yeah, that line was never written in any of the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle books. It was only from the early movies. And I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, I was gonna say, can you repeat that when you get a second? Because you were breaking up bad there, my friend. Go rambling. What's on your mind, my friend?
Oh, not much. I just thought I'd come on and shoot the shit for a while.
Chief Cook's down there hanging out in the corner.
Huh.
Hey, now I got a question, Chief Cook.
Yeah.
When you do your live streams, you got the cam set up, you got your microphone,
Hey, I'm sitting here.
you're
Just
sounding
listening to you
great,
guys.
but every time you come up on StreamYard, you got like your avatar. When you do your live streams, that's how you should come up here on a panel, man. Seriously.
He likes to be mysterious, though.
Chief Mysterio.
He's
Well,
on a
everybody's
starship.
got their own avatar.
Yeah. Besides, camera takes up so much room.
Yeah,
And, you
the
got-
Olympic
and,
starship.
you know, and then you have to,
Oh,
make sure that everything is prim
he's
and proper.
being nice to you, rambling. Okay, I'll lay off.
Uh-oh.
Because it does have to go through your computer ultimately, ramblings.
Oh, well.
No, that wasn't a dig either.
So,
Well, I can say one thing. What?
Yeah, what? We're waiting for you.
yeah, you were going to say one thing. We were waiting for the one thing.
What?
Who,
me?
Yeah, you.
But
Yeah, the guy to your right. Oh, wait. Does that work? No, left. 'Cause, yeah, I'm looking at the screen funny.
I can say something. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh, well. We'll have to.
Happy birthday!
I can say one thing. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Awesome.
And we can sing happy birthday. It's in the public domain.
So are you 30 and holding?
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 and holding? Okay.
Wait a minute. How much time do I have to get a video ready?
I'm 49 and holding.
49 and holding. Damn, you must be like 65 or something.
65. You're so nice, sci-fi.
Well, my
we all
grandma
know
was,
that.
my
We all know
grandma
that
was
sci-fi.
39 and holding when she was
49.
85. So.
I know that sci-fi is like what the reason he doesn't show up on camera is because he doesn't want to give out that his social security number is 002.
Ladies.
000100001. Yep. And I messed that up. I know I did.
657325.
No, don't say it. You dork.
Mine is
125-6721.
1-800 oh my back. Yeah, I just thought I'd come on, jump on for a little bit, have some fun.
Wait, you don't have an American Social Security number. You're
No,
Canadian.
we have SIN numbers.
Have a
We
what?
SIN a lot.
How do you say that?
Well, it's your social insurance number. But if you use
SIN.
SIN, yeah, it's our SIN number.
Sin. How many SIN numbers start with 666?
I don't know.
Wait. A what? A what number?
SIN.
Yeah.
Up there in
Hit
Canadian.
number? Wow.
Yeah, that's
So it's not like the card SP725.
No,
No.
it's not like
731-P.
SPF 73.
The cards don't look.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
I kind of came on as thinking it was going to be a karaoke stream, but
That's tomorrow night.
I got a question for
you
you
did it on
guys.
Friday last week, didn't you?
Oh, I did it for Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, Saturday, Sunday. That's right.
Although I could turn it into a karaoke stream
Yes, you could. I think you should, to be honest.
very
with you.
easily.
If you're
An
up-
hour and a half in, then you turn it into a karaoke stream?
Yeah, why not?
Because that would mean one of us would have to sing.
yeah, you can sing "Tiptoe Through the Tulips."
No, that's your job.
Son of a bitch.
And considering I heard on your live stream, because I was lurking, haha, that you're sending that that outfit, you better be testing out those vocal cords. 'Cause if I remember correctly, the way the setup was DJ was going to be in the costume, and then you're singing "Tiptoe Through the Tulips."
Well, if I could actually get a video of him dancing to it, and I mean dancing in step, so good luck to that.
Excellent.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Mhm.
Here we go, folks.
Excellent.
Did you just say X-Lax?
All right.
Let's
Welcome
take a
back,
preview of
Captain
the
Trek.
the tulips.
All right. So should we should now let's take a poll, because I'm going to be nice, because I did say this was just going to be open lines. Should we do some karaoke and see if Sci-Fi can sing, and see if Vile can sing? See if
I don't
Chief-
sing.
Well, neither do I, but I still do
Go
it.
for it.
I
Go
injure
for it.
people audially.
I don't sing either, but it still happened last week.
Now we're making up words.
Come on.
Great.
Okay, so far that's 2 no.
Yeah, but you see, the host vote usually trumps
Okay.
everything, because democracy is dead.
I'm the co-host. Therefore, I get 2 votes. That means 3 votes so far. No.
Well, I'm the other co-host, so that means 5 votes.
Asshole, you're the co-host
And I
on
get
Monday only.
Patty as well, so I get 2 votes.
Oh
You're not
yay!
the
Now we have a
co-host.
fight. No. Now wait.
No,
Hold on.
And trust me, if somebody had their way, you wouldn't be the co-host on any fucking night, asshole.
Captain Trek.
No, I'm not gonna put up with this shit. I've been
Settle
sitting here all
down.
fucking night.
Settle
Hey,
down.
no, cry.
Settle down, Captain
What is
Trek.
your malfunction, dum dum?
Oh, obviously he's mad. I'll talk to him later. Okay. So anyway, moving on.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so back to what I was saying. Should we have some fun? And I'll deal with that later. Anyway, so I don't know. That was a killjoy. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe
Your
I'll
call.
do karaoke for tomorrow night. But anyway, what should be our next topic? So we've all decided that that Val Mike likes the D, and
No,
Sci-Fi
Sci-Fi
Nation-
has got to get the D.
no, Sci-Fi's got to get the D. Okay.
I like the D. He wants the D.
Yeah, you gotta have a D.
Ace,
Yeah, you need Big
Loki,
D.
welcome to the stream.
Yeah, he needed D. He needed it. He needed it real bad.
Hashtag blame Loki. Yes, absolutely. Welcome, Loki. And I'll throw the link back out in the chat.
Apparently, it's all my fault. So Loki's off the hook tonight.
I don't know. I'm just
Give me
sore
the
and
D.
trying to have some
Give me the
fun.
D.
So I'm going to go with that. But yeah. So I don't know. So what is the that's the one thing. What is the ship class called that you
Okay.
have as your display? Chief Cook.
Who, me?
Yeah. Well, what's the class
Huh?
of ship that you have as your
Oh,
display?
it's supposed to be the original. It's supposed to be the Enterprise class. It's supposed to be Enterprise class, but we called it a Spencer class because he's the guy who designed it. But it's supposed to be the new Enterprise A class. The reef is basically a hybrid. He designed the hybrid of the Excelsior and the refit Enterprise.
Okay. Cool.
So it's
And
supposed
welcome
be
to the panel,
the
Loki.
Enterprise class ship. That's what he call it.
How's it going, guys?
If you
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I'm a little worried about Captain Trek.
but if like I said, okay, sorry. But if you Yeah. He's bitching today.
You know, I think he's just in pain. And I feel bad. I hope I didn't upset him.
Yeah.
And speaking
Guys,
of our
guys,
buddy,
have you ever had to like rehab from a serious accident?
yeah, exactly. Captain Trek, I hope you're not mad at me, my friend.
No, you're gonna have to check your Twitter because I'm done. I'm done completely. We're not doing any more shit.
Okay, my friend, I'm sorry. It's your choice, my
At
friend.
least, Pergam.
How's it going, Cap?
Pretty shitty right now.
Pain, stress,
Stress.
stress. Do you care, Canuck, if I tell a little story here?
Go right ahead, Loki.
If anything ever has happened like this to you guys, you'll understand this. A couple years ago, I got run off the road on my bike. And I ended up with a torn rotator cuff. I tore both my biceps. I broke 3 ribs. I was screwed up, dude. I was completely screwed up. I had to do a lot of physical rehab on my upper body. I was in pain for a long, long time. I still cannot raise my right arm up above a point. Like if you hold your hand out to point, I can do that and it kind of hurts, but I can't get my arm up any higher than that. It's just stuck like that. And it's going to be stuck like that for the rest of my life. All in all, now I'm a lot better than I was. If I move a certain way, every once in a while I might move the wrong way and get a little tinge of pain. But for almost a year, there wasn't a day I didn't wake up. There wasn't a minute during that day, and there wasn't a minute when I was trying to go to bed that I wasn't in shitty ass pain. And that stresses you out. It makes you bitter. It gets you angry. You don't want to deal with anybody. You don't want to deal with anything, and you get tired of it. And I thought that was just this is the way life is now. And that's what I had to deal with. I was stuck with that. That wasn't going to change. And luckily for me, it got better. I did rehab. I did the exercises. I hated doing that shit, dude. I had to do this wall climb shit with my fingers. Oh my God, dude. I hated that. It hurt. It drove me absolutely insane. But the doctors and all that shit, this is how you're going to get movement back in your arms. This is how you're going to repair your biceps. This is how you're going to help your rotator cuff, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? It hurt and pissed me off. And a lot of times I didn't want to do it. Oh, you got to do water exercises. You got to get in a pool. I can't swim. I've swum my whole life. I grew up in water. For God's sakes. And now I can't swim from one side of the pool to the other. Pissed me off to no end. Pissed me absolutely off to no end. If you have been through something like that, you understand. If you haven't, it's not that you can't understand. It's that you've never been through something like that before. And the level of suck is beyond your comprehension. It's not, me saying that, you can't sympathize for someone or that you can't be like, oh, well, I understand. But to someone who's gone through that, unless you've actually been through something like that, you cannot understand. And this is all because of motorcycle, dude. Some bitch ran me off the road, headed right in my lane, dude, had her head down. I'm 99% sure she was texting, never stopped, never turned around. I don't even know if the bitch noticed that she ran me off the road. When you start learning to ride a bike, you learn 2 things: brake or swerve. Those are your only choices. Don't do both. You can either hit the brakes or you can swerve. I swerved because if I hit the brakes, that bitch would have run me over. She never would have stopped. And I'm still bitter about that. I'm still pissed off about that. Now imagine something like that happening, but you don't have anybody to blame to be pissed off at. It's just life just threw you this shitty ass curveball.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to Loki for sharing that. And
Yes, thank you. Loki.
I'm gonna share something that I think Captain Trek is about the only one that knows this on the panel. Well, Sci-Fi Nation does to some degree. As many of you know, I'm only 36. However, at the age of 32, my doctor looked at me and said, "You're retired." Up until 32, I prided myself on two things. One, I was a good father to my kids. Two, I worked my fucking ass off. I spent 13 years building a reputation within the security industry that I could go to any security company and I had a job in 5 minutes, just on reputation alone. I was chief shop steward of the union that I was belonged to. I dedicated hours and hours to it. I worked overtime. I worked my ass off. I made it to site supervisor. And then at 32, I was told, "You're done. You're retired. Because your back is bad and your back is going to get worse. And you can barely handle it now." And what led to that was I woke up one morning and I'd just been off 6 months before that because my back went out. And I battled back, re-got my site supervisorship, and proved myself again. And then I woke up one morning and my phone was at the foot of my bed. And it took me 2 hours to get to it so I could call in sick. A week later, my doctor looked at me and said, "You've had 3 back outages in 3 years. You're done. You're retired." At 32, they retired my ass. And it killed me. Because all I'd ever known up until that point was work and be a dad. And they took the work away from me. And let me tell you, if you've ever sat there and been in a conversation where people say that, a man works for everything he's got, and then you have to tell him you're retired at 32. First question that's usually asked is, "Oh, well, there's got to be something." There isn't. There's no cure for what I've got. There's no cure. It's rare. They barely even do any research on it. And then 2 years after that, my kidney gave out. It's now running at 35%. And within the next 2 to 3 years, I'm staring dialysis down in the face. So when I see Captain Trek, and I know the pain he's going through, that's why I promote his GoFundMe. Because he can get better. I can't. Sorry. I have to look forward to pain. And more of it. So Captain Trek, and I know you're in pain, buddy. But you can get better and you will, goddammit. I'm sorry, guys.
No, don't be sorry, brother.
No, don't.
No, you just let it out. It's part of life.
I sit here every day in pain. Constant. And in order for them to fix the pain, they have to kill my kidney. To put it bluntly. Because the inflammation is starting to grow again. In fact, I'm waiting for the blood test to come in, the requisition for the blood work to see just how much inflammation is in my body right now. And that means they're going to be upping the anti-inflammatories in my body. Right now, I take an injection once a week that basically knocks out my immune system. So since this COVID-19, I've had to live in my house like a hermit.
Yep.
Because I don't have an immune system. It's gone. Every time I take that injection, I kill my immune system. 100%. It's down to 30%. So a cold will last most people a week. It lasts me 3. And so I see Captain Trek, and I can understand his pain. I know what it's like to be in constant pain because it's me every day. But with Captain Trek, I look at it like he's got a chance. I make the joke with him on occasion that I've got to get him a Canadian chick and bring him up here and get him married so he can have the surgery up here. We'll just get him married, we'll get him a citizenship done. But for me, I understand pain, and I understand what it does to people, because, like, for me, my biggest fear is I'm going to have to go back on prednisone. And if anybody knows what prednisone is, it's a wonderful medication that basically removes your ability to control your emotions. So you can go from 0 to pissed off in 30 seconds. And you have no control. You have absolutely no control. On high doses of prednisone, a person who's on high doses of prednisone has absolutely no control over their emotions at all. And that's one of the treatments for the kidney. So when my kidney goes down, that's the first thing that they do, is they pump you full of prednisone. And I fear that, because then I can't live stream, because the littlest comment will piss me off.
Yep.
And I won't have control. I won't be able to control that temperament. I will have to be very cautious about what I say, how I say it, and who I've got on the panel with me. And that scares me. So when it comes to Trek, I get it, and that's why that's why his GoFundMe.
That's why he puts up with me.
That every single one of my videos has his GoFundMe, because he can get better. I can't. I'm going to get worse, and there's nothing I can do. I can slow it down, but I can't stop it.
Now, since we're on this subject, when I first met Cap and I first started talking to Cap, and he was wanting to do videos, and he was like, "Thank you for saying that you want people to make videos, and I want to do videos." He was so frustrated with Streamlabs and other programs and Epit, and I'm so sick and tired of this, and I don't want to do this. And at first I was like, man, he's like just very impatient. I thought very impatient, and it wasn't that at all. And once I found out, once me and Cap talked, and he kind of let me know a little bit of what was going on. He didn't let me know everything, but he let me know a little bit of what was going on. I made him a video. I was like, okay, look, dude, this is how you do this, and this is how this works. And if you want to use this, you can use this. And dude, I just took my time and I sent it to my Google Drive to him, and we talked about it. And he still didn't like it. And I think you were using Discord then, and you found a way to like use Discord and stream somehow with Discord. That way you could have a chat.
Yeah, I kind of abandoned that idea.
But for a while, you worked it, and you did it your way, dude. And I knowing the situation, knowing what was going on, and knowing how frustrated you were getting, I was very proud of Cap, because he figured out his own way to do something that nobody else really thought of at the time. People would use Skype and would use all these other stuff and Streamlabs OBS, but he did it his way, and he figured out how to do it the way he wanted to do it. didn't matter whether in the end he gave up on it, it didn't work right, or he had a problem with it, or whatever. He did it his way. Very proud of Cap for doing that. So I will do anything I can for Cap. And Cap knows that. Cap sends me messages on my live stream. Can I link my GoFundMe? Dude, link it. You know you can. You know you can. But he still asks me every single damn time, and I still tell him, yes, dude, link it. Throw it out there. You're a wrench. By all means. That's why I gave you the wrench.
And to that, when you were doing that, at the same time, I remember Cap and I going through things, and us, going through StreamYards, going through OBS, privately, of course. And I may not know much. I mean, as I always put it to Cap, I says I'm just 163 subscriber. I don't know much about this. I don't know much about this, but dirt. But whatever I do know, I'll share. And me and him sit there and we go over things. And when he's having issues, we sit down, we talk, we go through it and go through it and go through it. And I keep telling Cap, you're good. Just be you. Everybody likes you. And I think everybody in the chat and up here will state Captain Trek does awesome live streams, no matter what the topic is.
Yep.
And that's one of the reasons that I like doing the karaoke streams with him. It's one of the reasons I like doing live streams with him, because we gel. Just as Sci-Fi Nation, as long as we're on topics that we don't go head to head on, we gel too. But it just we both know where Captain Trek and I link is we both know. Okay, well, what's your pain level at? Well, it's at I'm able to get out of bed today. So we're good. We know what that is. We also know what it is to go into a room and go, somebody asks, how are you doing? Oh, I'm doing great. Doing fine. We know that side. And so we can connect on that, on that level. But the reason why I push Captain Trek's GoFundMe, like I said, is he can get better.
Right.
And I want him to. Whereas with me, it's just time ticking.
That's right. And nobody wants anybody to feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
That's a big thing, guys. That is a big, huge ass thing. No one in this room wants anybody to feel sorry for them. I went through what I went through. I am physically better. I never thought I would be, but I am, and I'm in a much better place.
Yes.
Cap has not reached that point yet.
Absolutely.
Cap can reach that point.
Absolutely, he can.
And look back on this and say, you know what? Rambling was there for me. Loki was there for me. Other people were there for me. I can be there just like they were for me. I can be there for other people. Because I honestly, wholeheartedly believe Cap's going to get through this and feel better.
Oh, absolutely.
Eventually.
Absolutely. It'll be a long road, but he'll get there.
That's right.
One way or another, he'll get there. And for me, it's like until you wake up every morning, and it's not a matter of are you in pain, it's a matter of how much. It's why I can understand when Anti-Trekker puts up, I'm having a red turd day. Yeah, I hear you, because that's me every day. But I try as much as I can to be the optimist, even in Picard issues. I try to be the optimist, and I really, really want Trek to feel better, because the side that a lot of people don't see of Trek is just how awesome of a person he really is. When you strip away the pain and you strip away the emotion, Trek is awesome. And I mean that 100%. Which is why I push him to come on to streams, and I don't let him back down, and I don't let him not come on as my co-host, and I hold him to the fire and I make him come up because he's good at this. And
You're far better than I am.
no, I'm not.
Yeah, you're a humble bastard. You know that, Cat? You are a humble
serious.
bastard. I swear to God, dude.
Also, I got to talk to you about something later, Loki.
Okay, and that's why I love you, man. That's why I love you, Cap. You are a humble bastard, and I love you for it. Because to keep that with what you're going through, to keep that, I understand that it's easy to snap at people. I understand to be like, how the F do you think I feel? I don't know if you want me cussing on here or not. I get that. You know, I totally get that. I was there. How the F do you think I'm feeling? Do you know how many people that love me, that cared about me, that took care of me, that helped me through this? I snapped at like that, dude. And these are people that I love. These are people. These are family. You know how many people I told to F off? How do you think I'm feeling? Too many.
Mm-hmm.
And those are people that I see every single day that are there with me and that have helped me and helped with all of this. And those are the people that got it the worst because they had to deal with me every day. So, dude, so what if you get pissed off? So what? Hey, I can't hang out here. Okay. Well, we love you, dude. And I know you'll be back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And that's why, I can, and for me, I can always tell it in your voice. I can always tell. And that's why when I start to notice, I go, okay, Cap, it's all right. I'll talk to you in the morning, buddy. It's all good. Don't worry about it. And it's because I get it. I really do. I don't need surgery right now, but there will come a time where, I'm going to be, I hate the world. I hate needles, and I got to look forward to dialysis. That's going to be a joke. Just getting me into that chair every time is going to be, I don't know about this. Isn't there a better way to do that? But, eventually I'll come around. But, when it comes to you, buddy, I got your back, and I always told you that. And it doesn't matter. You can tell me off 14 million times, and I'm still going to be like, you okay today, Tara? You okay today? You good? All right. Because I know what it's like to snap. Hell, I snapped at my kids a couple of times, especially when I was on prednisone. Luckily, it was the older ones. And they kind of got it. They understood. They were old enough to understand Dad's on prednisone. Dad'll snap at anything. And, you just take it day by day, my friend. We've all got your back, one way or the other.
That's all you can do.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're going to get, we all have it. Every day. Sometimes we all say something that we go, shit, I shouldn't have said that. We all have those moments. We also have those moments where we're all having a bad day. Something's, your house burnt down, your truck won't start, nothing's going right. And somebody says something that normally you'd laugh off, and good example, Sci-Fi Nation and I had a big battle couple months ago on his live stream. And it was just, I made a joke at the wrong time.
But we got over it.
But we got through it. And, it's just, it's going to happen. It's just going to happen, especially if you're really good friends with somebody. Because I mean, I've got a buddy of mine that I've known since grade 4, and we've had right out shouting matches because we disagree on something, or I think he should be doing something he's not. Still go for beer on Saturday, right? It's just part of life. It's part of that friendship. You can always tell a true friend if you can sit there and tell them off. Tell them basically to go to hell, and the next day when your truck doesn't start, they're the first ones there to boost you.
That's right. It's
That's a
family.
friend.
That's family, dude. No,
Yeah.
that's family.
Yeah, that's family.
And I'm not talking about real family.
No,
I'm talking
no.
about your brother from another mother.
Yeah, that's the one you choose.
That's right.
That's the family choose, not the ones you're stuck with. And but like that's why, you know, like, you know, I watch, you know, and I go, okay, yeah, Trek's having a bad day. All right. So maybe we'll put that off and we'll go another day. Or I'm having a bad day. I'm not going online because I'm going to tell somebody off. And I've had those days. And I've snapped. I've snapped on Sci-Fi Nation's channel once.
Yep.
And I lost it. And it was a comment that normally I wouldn't have given a two shit about. But that day it hit me at the right moment, right time, and I let her go.
And you're still my brother, and I still love you.
You know, we all have those moments. And I'm sorry, chat. I have my glasses off, so it's a blur right now. I can't see it. I will put them back on shortly. But yeah.
They're all sympathizing with you and Captain Trek, obviously for Captain Trek. In Captain Trek, if I did anything to upset you, I am sorry. I really am.
It's not that. It's not that. I don't speak up, and I allow things to build up, like the pain, and then it's just I can't hold back. And I should say things earlier, but I don't. I want to be nice. I don't want to be rude. And then it builds up, and it just comes out of my mouth. It's just like,
We love you, brother. Whether it comes out of your mouth or not, whether you get angry at us or not, we love you.
Yeah. And like I said, you know, you learn who your inner circle is real quick when you hit that breaking point and all hell breaks loose, and you look after the dust settles at who's still standing there. And for each of us, that's a different group of people. I have the friend I was talking about before that I've known since grade 4. We can go 8 months without talking to each other. In 5 minutes, we're caught up, and it's like we hang out every day. Just the way it goes. And you know, it's just, we all understand you're going through some shit right now. You're going through the eye of the hurricane. It's all good. We got you. You're gonna snap. Yeah, it's gonna happen. You're gonna get mad. It's gonna happen. At the end of the day, we're still here. And if the people aren't there, well, then they weren't meant to be there in the first place.
There's a reason we call it a community. We're all here for each other.
Damn straight.
You know, we're all here because we're all not there in the head. We're all a little bit crazy. We all have a little bit of, you know, Sci-Fi Nation. And I don't think Sci-Fi will get mad at me for saying this because I've said it to him before. You know, we all have those moments where we had, you know, one too many whiskeys that night, and oops, I said that. Oh shit. We've all done it, right? We've all done that, right? Oh darn, whoops. We've all had those moments. The matter is, you come back the next day, you dust yourself off, and you do it again.
Yep, and you do it again and again and again.
And then one day, you get your surgery, you recover, and you're back in black. Ha! I worked that into a live stream once.
I have one question for you, Captain Trek. How far are you from your goal?
Well, the problem is, first of all, I need to get in to see the surgeon. That's going to be a pain in the ass by itself. I have about a little over $700. Most of that's going on that one doctor's visit. And I've been told by somebody that I need to put that money toward medical insurance. But the problem is it would cost me double that amount in order to get the medical insurance, plus another $10,000, plus another, 30% of the actual cost of the operation. So it's like, there's a shit long way to go. But I can't complain because everybody has been so giving in this horrid time.
Can you even like attempt to get whatever procedure you need without insurance, or do you have to have insurance?
Without insurance, it would be expensive.
Right. I'm just wondering because I know where I live in the U.S., sometimes you can't even get the procedures you need without insurance. Like, I don't have insurance, so if I needed a life-saving procedure, they'd rather bury me.
Yeah, see, I still think my plan is the easiest. We just find a woman that will marry him up here, and then we get him Canadian citizenship. Sorry, I had to throw that in there, lighten the mood a little bit. We'll just get you married off to a Canadian chick.
And I was not trying to say that to be morbid, Captain Trek. Please don't take it that way.
I'm not picky, you know.
Yeah, we'll get you hooked up with a Canadian woman. There we go.
Just remember to say so good,
Yeah, and we don't like maple syrup. We sell that shit.
How you doing today? You want to make a syrup together, bud?
Yeah, we sell that. You got to learn hockey. It's kind of just.
Well, I know how to body check. I just got to learn how to ice skate.
Oh, you have a decent sister?
No, unfortunately.
I could say something, but I won't.
Oh, God.
But yeah, so
you do know we love you, right? You know we love you.
I do.
And
I
we'll
could just
do
marry
anything
your
for you.
daughter.
No, that's too
why
close
not?
to the family.
Why not, Ramblin'? She's of age, isn't she, there, bud?
Yeah. And no, Daddy has a shotgun. That's not.
This brings up another subject that we're not going into here.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Sorry, I've been quiet, guys. I just didn't have much to add to that particular conversation because I don't know what it's like. What you guys have been going through.
All good, Vo.
Thought it was better to let you guys get it out.
To be perfectly honest, I do not share the physical pain, but much like Mama Pray, I take care of somebody that needs to be taken care of. Okay. She's in physical pain. Her body doesn't work the way it wants to. And it gets worse day by day. So if I'm a bit of a jackass, I apologize.
No, you don't gotta apologize, dude. Tell you what, the woman that's been there for me, dude, I've said all kinds of shit to her. I have warped her mind so bad because of what I was feeling. I took it, there was things that I said, and there were times where I was like, leave me the F alone, and all kinds of stupid shit because I was in so much pain. And you don't think I feel horrible about that? You don't think that it just chipped away at her like it, shit chips away at you, obviously.
I want to go back to Rambling's idea about finding
Marriage.
Captain Trek, a Canadian woman.
Here comes the bride, eh?
Okay, there's Christian Mingle, there's Jew Date, there's Ebony Search. There's got to be the Canadian equivalent of those things where it's find yourself a Canadian spouse.
Well, hold on. Coming from you, Vile, where's the Church of Cthulhu? Where's the Flying Spaghetti Monster?
I'm talking about dating sites.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're talking about religious dating sites, aren't you?
Canadian
I'm talking
woman
about
got paid.
consumer criteria in general. That's why I said the Ebony one as well.
I like Captain Trek's version.
Hey,
There's got to be a Canadian Mingle out there too.
Jeff Franklin says, I don't understand your pain, and my pain is on my head. My problems don't compare, and I'm ashamed. Dude, don't. Let me tell you something. Mental pain, dude, can be some of the most debilitating, effed up pain because it's in your head, man. It's completely in your head.
Yeah, there's no pill you can take. There's no. It's just there, and it's self-defeating. And it can get to you, and life has a way of kicking you down. You just gotta dust yourself off and stand back up and go, no, I won't let it beat me. I'll make another day.
That's right.
And if you count yourself lucky and wake up breathing every day with feet underneath you, i.e., like this is something I deal with. Okay, guys, I feel lucky if I have legs underneath of me when I wake up.
Yeah. Well, like for me, I'll tell you right now, my inspiration for getting on YouTube was Bird of Prey.
He is one of mine as well.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting around my house, and like I said, I was retired at 32. And a lot of days I don't have the energy to go to the gym. I don't have the energy to go out. I just don't. And there's only so many times you can play a video game. There's only so many times you can watch a movie. And I would watch Bird, and I'm like, okay, this guy's...
He's got a smile on his face. He's stuck in a bed all damn day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's out there, and he's making videos, and, this has been a big thing for him. Well, if he can do it, I can do it. And quite honestly, yeah, I love coming on these streams because it gives me something to do. It gives me purpose again. I mean, most of my kids are growing up, so I don't have that anymore. And when my son's football season is there, yeah, I'm dad. I mean, to case in point, the hat I always wear on live streams. That's my son's team.
Oh, hold on. Oh, that's your stream. Damn it. I can't bigify that. You should have bigified it.
Right. So,
I've known Joe for almost 2 years, and it wasn't until after I made my channel that I found out he had a YouTube channel.
Are you serious, Loki?
I'm serious. He never posted shit in Xanadu. He never talked about, I did this video, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing a YouTube, or anything like that. And I had no idea. I had no idea until I was doing videos, and someone was like, man, dude, Bird of Prey 5's doing this. And I'm like, Bird of Prey 5 is a channel? I'm just finding out about this now?
Dude,
yeah.
He loves you. He loves you. He promotes you every chance he gets.
And,
well, man, we've known each other for so long, dude. And I never knew. I had no idea.
Yeah, one thing I loved about I like about Bird and Anti-Trekker and just this community in itself is we promote each other. Like when I first started doing this channel, Bird of Prey was always saying my channel, and I had 20 subscribers, and he's going, yeah, you got to check out Rambling Canuck. It's like, wow, I don't have to have 1,000 before somebody says anything.
No,
right?
you don't.
And you know, right before my birthday, I reached a goal that I had set for myself, and it was kind of a silly one, but I take great pride in it that I am on the certified nerd list on Anti-Trekker's website.
That was an amazing goal for you to reach, my friend. I'm so glad you did.
And it took a while because I've got a piece of junk computer, and everybody knows that, and I make jokes about it all the time, but it's true. Hopefully,
he does too, because you actually did some editing for my channel with that
piece of junk. But you know, hopefully by the end of next week, I get my new to me system, and it I can start doing stuff that I want to do. Just this system restricts me from doing. But you know, I always looked at it like, if Bird can go on a live stream every day and be as upbeat and awesome as he is, then what the fuck is my excuse?
And take the abuse we give him.
Oh yeah. And if he can do that, what the hell is my excuse? Why the hell am I not on there? Why the hell am I not occupying my time by doing something like that and getting to know everybody and doing something productive? Why the hell am I not? If he can, why the hell am I not? And that's why Rambling Canuck became a channel.
Well, it was you guys.
He have his own website.
Anti-Trekker? Yeah, Anti-Trekker.com.
Figuring this shit. See, dude, I'm the last one to know. Nobody tells Loki shit.
Well, here, I'll even be nice and I'll put the link.
I got it. I found it.
Okay.
Ramblin', Loki, everybody in the panel. Jeff Franklin's leaving. He doesn't know how to beat his issues, so he's leaving. Jeff Franklin, I just want to say from my heart, please, man, reach out to one of us, to anybody, if you need
We're
somebody
always
to talk
listening.
to.
We're always listening. You know, like last night, I helped a friend, a person from Loki's channel. I'm not saying this to blow smoke up my ass, but they're brand new to YouTube, and I sat for an hour and a half and went through StreamYards with them, just because. So, you know, and that's what we have to do as a community. That to me is more important. If I can go out there and help somebody be able to do something that they want to do, that's more important to me than if I have 500 subscribers. That doesn't bother me. I'd rather be, oh yeah, cool, yeah. I was there at the beginning and I helped them out. Same with Captain Trek. And, you know, stuff like that. If I can help, I will. Sometimes I can't, but I do what I can. So, Cap, you're always welcome up here. And I hope tomorrow night when I go live at 9:30, you will be there.
Of
And
course.
and we'll have I will definitely be pulling out the whiskey tomorrow night, and we are going to have some fun. Tomorrow night we'll be singing and fun and and making a fool out of me.
They will sing songs of this day.
Yes. And of course, making, you know, we got to throw in the hashtag blame Loki. If you mess up real bad, it's just hashtag blame Loki. You're just not allowed to blame Loki for Discovery or for any of the new Star Wars. That's too far.
Yeah, definitely not.
You're just not allowed to do that.
No. Thank you. I just I don't say I mean, yeah, somebody says, "How you doing?" It's a red day or a yellow day, and it, yeah, sometimes that's just a range, you know. And as I told Loki, if I don't want to talk about it, I have a signal. I let him know. This is how I let you know. I don't want to talk about it, but I'm not doing it blatantly. And I I don't know. It just I don't want to burden anyone else. I hurt all the time. I survive on pain medicine, but I hurt all the time. And the medicine helps some. But if I took all I needed to, I'd end up sleeping 20 hours a day. And I won't do that. That's not living. At least now, I can I can get on the live streams. I can get on. I can talk to people I like, and know, and at least interact with people, even if I'm in pain. As well, the pain level varies. I should say, but even when it's high, it's. I know I can. I know I can talk to Ramble if he's awake that time. And yeah, Loki, you said, yeah, let me know if you need to talk. And so I'm usually going, nah, it's okay. No big deal. Don't need to talk. It's fine. Because I know you're busy.
Well,
And I don't want to bother you.
Captain, I don't want to interrupt you, but I'm willing to give you my phone number. If you need to text or call me anytime you need to talk. And this goes for anybody on the panel, in the chat. If you truly need somebody to talk to, and I'm awake, I will answer that call.
I appreciate that. I do, Jay. Right now, we'll talk later about that.
Yeah, he's the one rare one that doesn't have Discord, so you have to reach him on Twitter. But you do have to wait about 4 days for him to respond. Isn't that right, Sci-Fi?
Son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, I
sorry.
had to dig in there somewhere.
No, I had to turn the notifications off because they literally go off like every 2 seconds.
Jeez, trying to get a hold of Sci-Fi is like trying to get a hold of the Pope.
or your own doctor.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
But now if it's the actual phone notification, those go off. Those I pay attention to.
Yeah. Well, he's also what you should do is look him up on is get each other's information on Facebook because that's the easiest messenger.
Yeah, I'll just have to keep my phone plugged in 24/7 until I get the new battery, but that'll be like in a week or 2.
Yeah,
not a problem.
Yeah. Ugh. We live in a weird age where you can get a hold of people 17 different ways.
I know, but
people
I
still pay for long distance bills. I don't understand that.
See, we got like 100 ways.
It's just like I don't understand how cable companies are still in business. Like seriously.
Well, that's like back in the day when broadband internet came out, and my aunt got like internet through like Comcast or something, whatever it was back in the day, the 386K modem, and she was still paying $20 a month for AOL. I'm like, why?
Yeah. But no, Trek. We're always here for those of us that know. You know, we know you're in pain, and we look to the day that you're not, and we know that things get a little bumpy, things get a little rough, but honestly, my friend, there's probably nothing you could say to me that would ever make me turn my back. Honestly, I'm just that kind of stubborn Irishman that even if you left my Discord, come at me and then message me 2 days later and be like, "Hey, dude, how you doing? Glad to see you back."
Ramblin' Canuck, the Irish Newfie.
No, I'm not East Coast. I'll leave that up to you.
Oh, I tried.
You tried. Yeah. Besides, I'm a McMahon. I'm Irish Scot, which means I hate myself.
And again, you know how to get a hold of me, my brother.
But no, seriously, Trek.
Okay, let me see here. Thank you.
And who says men don't talk about their feelings?
Yeah. They've obviously never gone to the bar. That's all we talk about after about 6 beer.
Especially after last call.
Yeah, well, yeah. They've
All
obviously
right, guys. Cap, I absolutely love you guys. It was great to talk to you guys. And
Thank you.
Sci-Fi Nation, great to meet you. Val, Mike, great to meet you.
Loki,
Same.
awesome channel, man. Love what you're doing with it. Best of luck on when the Valkyries launch their channel. I think it's next week, is it?
Monday.
Monday. Yeah. So congratulations with that, my friend.
Thank you. They have worked really hard, and they're great. 2 great girls, and well, women. I say girls all the time. Girls. But 2 absolutely wonderful women, and they deserve to be able to get on there and speak their minds.
Absolutely.
That's what we all do.
Yeah, Samantha Joe got me busted. That's all I gotta say to that. Samantha Joe got me busted.
And
I had it up for an entire day and you hadn't noticed it, and then all of a sudden she reposted. I see Loki liked. Shit. I got busted.
I want to extend an open invitation to Loki, as well as anybody on the panel. And everybody on the panel already knows this, but to Loki, you're welcome on Sci-Fi Nation anytime, my friend.
Thank you, dude. And anytime you want to come on, if mornings aren't good for you, I do a show on Tuesday nights now. Thursdays are booked for the foreseeable future. I've got someone coming on this Tuesday, but next Tuesday is open if you want to come on.
Very cool.
Speaking of Tuesdays, there, Loki. Later on, I got something cooking for this coming Tuesday, so I need your input on it.
Okay, cool.
So I'll message you later, and we can
let me know.
iron that out.
And Loki, I believe we follow each other, so we should be able to DM back and forth.
Yeah, anytime, dude. You ever need anything, and I mean, you just want to bullshit. You got a problem. You can't. Something's wrong, dude. Yeah, let me know, dude. I'm always just DM me on Twitter, dude. I'm always looking at something.
And that goes both ways, my friend.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.
All right, take her easy, Loki.
Take it easy, guys.
Later.
Cap,
Thank you.
love you,
Thank
brother.
you, Val. Bye. Love you, Loki. Thank you.
And we welcome back up Chief Cook.
Dude.
Ooh, different shot of the ship.
Yeah.
What space dock?
That's space dock. Yep.
Yeah.
You can see video.
Oh, cool.
I can. I forgot on your screen.
Yeah, we'll show it later. We'll show it later because I'm going to be wrapping this up because I've got to get no, I just gotta lay down. I gotta get out of a seated position.
Yeah.
So I want to thank everybody for coming up. And Captain Trek, like I said, you're stuck with us, so deal with it. To put it bluntly, you're stuck with us. Stuck like glue. You're stuck. You're screwed. You're one of us now. Don't worry about it. And I want to thank Sci-Fi Nation for coming on, Val, Mike, Chief Cook, Loki, of course. I want to thank everybody in chat. I haven't really been paying much attention to chat, but tonight was eventful, and I just want to say I'm glad that Bird of Prey 5 is home.
Yes.
And, we all look forward to seeing you back live streaming.
Thank God.
You're awesome, buddy. And on that note, just want to say, till next time, take her easy, folks.
Live long and prosper.
Peace.